If only you can spot the change of character in the market, you'll be able to bank and constant profits. All right, so stay with me as I take you on a trade that has already played out. All right, quickly let me analyze the charts, or let me show you what I did before I entered for this trade. All right, so you can understand how you can spot and identify a change of character. All right, and wait for a pullback before you can enter for that beautiful trade. It's very simple, guys. This is market mechanic, man. This is market mechanic. All right, so go with me, let's analyze the chart quickly. All right, so as you can see, basically or currently the price is bearish. All right, the market is bearish at this point. So now this bearishness is going to end at some demand zone. All right, because firstly, before, the market was bullish until price started pulling back. All right, now price is in the bearish phase or bearish form or whatever you want to call it. All right, so now I will spot, first of all, spot my demand zones to see which one price will react from. Remember, you don't tell the market what to do. All right, the market will do its thing. Just react to the market, be flexible, be like water. All right, so let's dive deep into it. All right, at this point there's a demand zone right here. The demand zone at this point. Just doing a refresh analysis to show you what I did on this trade. And also here there's like a demand zone that's causing this uptrend breaking above this point. So there's a demand zone here. All right, and also here there's a demand zone because this demand zone caused this breakout structure at this point to the upside. There's a demand zone here also. Yeah, and also like here there's like a demand zone here. If you zoom down or if you go down to the lower time frame, you'll see that there's like a demand zone at this point too, causing this breakout structure right here. I don't know if you can see it right here. So also spot it out, demand zone here too. And lastly, there's a demand zone below this point. This is how I do my analysis. Very simple, very simple. I explain it in a way like even a 5-year-old or even a 4 years old can even understand what I'm explaining. All right, so you are supposed to understand and catch it quickly. All right, I'm not using the replay. This is a live chat, bro. This is a live chat. I took this trade and it has already played out. So I'm just showing you the top process on how I went about this trade. All right, so let's go down to the lower time frame. Let's see what price is doing currently at that point when I entered for the trade. Let me show you what price was doing currently before I entered for the trade. It was right here. Price was at one of my demand zone. As you can see, price has already disregarded all these demand zones coming down. So I'm supposed to take all those demand zones out because price has disregarded it. All right, so taking them out, taking them out, taking them out. All right, so currently this is where price is at currently. All right, so let me show you what I did quickly at this point right here. This was what I did, or this was what I saw at this point before I entered for this beautiful trade. All right, so price was trading down beautifully. Price was perfectly trading down, downwards. All right, coming down, lower low, lower high at this point. This lower high now broke this structure. So this is now considered as a higher high. I don't know if you're understanding me. This is now considered as a higher high and no more a lower high because it's breaking this last lower high here. Right here, there was a trade I took at this point. All right, when price broke structure from this point, let me show you guys. I took this trade. I think I made analysis about it on my YouTube channel. I think so. Yeah, I think so. After price broke structure right here and retraced, after sweeping liquidity below this point, I entered for the trade, taking profit at the next supply zone, which is right here. So I think I made analysis about this particular trade, but that's a past trade, right? Let me talk about the current trade and what I did. Let me take this out first. Let me take this out. Let me analyze this for you guys real quick. All right. So here we are. Now, after price has broke structure at this point, right here, price went up and retraced again. I told you guys I took this trade already. Okay, that's the past. Now, this is where I was currently when I entered for this last trade. All right, now price broke structure again to the upside. Can't you see that price is already giving us an uptrend? So price broke structure again to the upside. Remember guys, here there's a demand zone at this whole area. Let me zoom in so that you can see this properly. There's a demand zone here because this is the demand zone that is causing this break of structure right here, that caused this break of structure. So there's a demand zone at this point. So I was waiting for a pullback, guys. I was waiting for a clean pullback, which I had right here. There's a pullback at this point. Price gave us, don't forget that as price is pulling back, price is giving us a downtrend to facilitate the pullback, all right, which is this lower low, lower high, and last lower low here. All right, so at this point, this was what I had, our last lower high. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, basically our last lower high, because this is a lower high and this is a lower low, so this is our last lower high. Yeah, I think I'm just mistaken myself. This is a lower high, so at this point I spotted this lower high out, looking forward for price to break pass it to the upside, all right, or even change, because that's like a change of character. Yeah, that's the change of character I'm talking about. All right, so when price breaks above or closes above this lower high that we have here, it's a change of character, guys. No argument about it. There is no argument about it. This is a clear change of character. All right, so I was waiting peacefully or carefully, all right, to see what price will do or what price will present to me. So at this point, I got the break or the change of character. Sorry, I got the change of character at this point. I like calling it break of structure. Change of character is there. Like, I don't think there's a main difference. Yeah, I think there's a difference, because break of structure is when price is trading down, like something like this. Let me give you guys example. Yeah, break of structure is when price is doing something like this. So when price break past this last low right here, break past this last low to the downside, this is a break of structure. All right, but when price is doing something like this, quickly, when price is doing something like this and broke structure, this is not a break of structure, rather this is a change of character at this point, because price was in a downtrend, then later price shifted to an uptrend. So this is a change of character. Yeah, let me make that clear, because I like making mistake using break of structure instead of change of character, so that you won't misquote me or misunderstood me. All right, so let's go down to the chart. Let's continue what we are analyzing. All right, so at this point I saw the change of character and I was waiting for a pullback. After this change of character happened, I was waiting for a pullback, which I had at this point. So when price pulled back, remember, it's either I am waiting for number one huge candlestick piercing above, or three candlestick, at least three bullish candlestick, bullish engulfing candlestick closing above each other. Get this clear, closing above each other, which I had here. Immediately I saw 1, 2 and 3. I entered for the trade immediately, all right, which I entered at this point. Immediately that three candlestick finished forming, I entered that my stop loss was below this point here, and my take profit was right here. Now this was like, this is where most of you guys get it wrong while placing your take profits. All right, now number one, look for the breaker block at that your supply zone, which is right here. This is a breaker block at this point. This is it, guys. And also look for 50% of that fair value gap at that your supply zone, because if you are buying in the market, you're supposed to be taking profit at a supply zone. So if you're taking profit at a supply zone, it should be at a fair value gap, because price respect where there's money. All right, if there's no money, there will be no fair value gap. All right, we need that inefficiency, guys. We need it. That inefficiency is what price is looking for in the market. So if price is going in your direction, price will get to an inefficiency point before retracing back. So guys, please, 50% of that fair value gap is enough. All right, 50% of the fair value gap is enough just look for 50% of the fair value gap, which is like, I think like right here. Yeah, just place your take profit at that point, at that 50%. Can you see, guys? 50% of it. So what did you see? Price traded just into it and retraced. So please do not ever make this mistake. While you are taking profit, take profit at a significant point. That fair value gap, 50% of it is enough for you to take your profits at that supply zone. All right. Remember, guys, this is a counter trend. This is a counter trade, because price is in a retracement form. In the higher time frame, price is retracing. All right, so we are just checking of or looking at the demand zone that price will react from. All right, and price is reacting from this one. You will never ever know if price will still change character and still continue going down. So when price changes character, just enter for the trade and take profit at the nearest supply zone, because you don't even know if price will continue going down. So just take your profit and get out of the market immediately. All right, as simple as that. I don't see anything that's complicated there. This is very simple. All right, guys, so this is how this first trade went smoothly. All right, smoothly. So let me show you guys another trade that I took. Guys, this one is crazy, guys. This one is really crazy. So now let me show you what I did on this second trade. All right, now I entered for this trade 2 times. I took this trade 2 times. Now let me show you guys what happened. Right here on the higher time frame, this is the 4-hour time frame. Price is bullish at this point. Price is bullish. Now, as price is being bullish, what did price do at this point? This was what price is doing. Right here, remember, guys, there's a demand zone at this point. This is what I keep saying, guys. Spot out your demand zone. They are very important. They are very important. And also, if you zoom in, you see that there's a fair value gap here. Price do respect fair value gaps. All right, price do respect fair value gaps. There's a fair value gap there. So now, as you can see, price traded straight into it. This is what I keep saying. Price will always respect that fair value gap, guys. Don't forget this. Price will always respect that fair value gap. So right here, price pierced into the fair value gap, and now price has continued the bullish trend. All right, price has continued going to the moon. All right, so now I was thinking, what should I do at this point? I go down to the lower time frame. What am I expecting? Am I expecting to buy or am I expecting to sell? Then I saw something here, guys. As price is trading upward, I saw this demand zone here. This demand zone caused this continuation of this bullish up move, breaking structure to the upside. I spotted it out firstly. Sorry about that. I spotted it out firstly. And secondly, another demand zone here, causing this break of structure at this point. There's a demand zone there too. So I went down to the lower time frame, looking at what price is doing. All right, so I can see what I can do in the market. All right, now I think the 1 hour time frame, yeah, something like that. Yeah, this at this point, look at what the price is doing. There's a break of structure here. Firstly, there's a break of structure at this point right here. All right, this is like a demand zone causing this break of structure for price to break above this high here, above this higher high. Price broke past it, giving us another higher high. There's a break of structure here at this point. So this is like a demand zone causing this break of structure. All right, so this demand zone now is very important. I spotted that out and I saw a change of character to the downside. This is a change of character, and this is a pullback. Now I missed this trade the first time. All right, I missed this trade the first time right here, but I didn't miss taking taking the trade again. All right, I was just observing, because most of you guys, this is where you guys get it wrong. Sometimes you will miss some trade. It's normal for everybody. Either you are a beginner, a professional, or an intermediate trader, you will still encounter some missing trade like this. Probably you might be doing something and you miss this trade. Time to enter for the trade is too late. If you enter late, your stop loss will be so big. You have a bigger stop loss. So I don't want that for myself. I just wait for price to present another entry for me. All right, and I will take the trade again. All right, so don't be Don't be worried if price move in your direction without you entering for a trade. Just wait, in the next few minutes or in the next few hours you will see another entry, and you just enter again. All right, the market is always there for you. As long as you know what you are waiting for in the market is always there for you. All right, so at this point, after price retraced, I missed the trade, and here I had another break of structure at this point again. After price gave us a change of character at this point, there was a break of structure at this point too, right here. Let me spot it out again. There was a change, sorry, there was a break of structure to the downside at this point too. Also, all right, so now after this break of structure happened, I noticed something. All right, I noticed something because normally price is supposed to pull back. Let me take this out. Price is supposed to pull back to a significant point. All right, which I keep saying, guys. I keep saying this at that's your 50% of that's your fair value gap. All right, at the 50% of that your fair value gap, price will come to that point at least 50% of it. All right, so please take note of this, 50% of it. So if you are taking profit, know where you are placing your take profit, and also if you are waiting for a pullback to a significant point, look out for that fair value gap, at least 50% of it. All right, so that is the main reason why I spotted this out. All right, so I spotted that 50% out at that point, and price traded straight into it. All right, price traded straight into it. So I went down to the lower time frame, 15-minute time frame, and I saw what price was doing. Price has already mitigated it. All right, and I went down to the 5-minute time frame also. The 5-minute time frame. Now this was what I saw that made me enter for this trade. At this point, price went tapping into that our fair value gap that we drew out on the higher time frame and gave us a mitigation block, which is right here. It was like a refined mitigation block at this point. Right here, it was like a refined mitigation block. Right here, price gave us this mitigation block and broke structure to the downside. Broke structure to the downside. Now, this is a sign that the bears has entered into the market. All right, this is a good sign that the bears has entered into the market after I saw this break of structure to the downside, making this a lower low. So I wait for that pullback, and after the pullback, price consolidated a little bit. There was a little choppiness at this point, but I entered for the price. You know me, guys, I always trade immediately I saw that my engulfing candlestick. I love it when I see that engulfing candlestick, that big ass candlestick piercing above or below. All right, I love seeing that. So this was what I did. Immediately I saw this engulfing candlestick to the downside, I knew for a fact that the bears has entered into the market. All right. So if you look at this chart, basically what you will see is that small candlesticks, small candlesticks, small candlesticks, small candlesticks, and immediately you saw this bearish candlestick. What do you think? What do you think? Don't you think that the bears have entered into the market? Simple, the bears has entered into the market. That's why you see this big ass candlestick. So I entered immediately. That candlestick finished forming. All right, I entered. You know, guys, I must wait for the candlestick to complete its forming. All right, to finish forming first before I enter for the trade, because you never ever want to know if price is giving you this big ass candle and you entered immediately. Price can just switch and turn into a bullish candle. The price is crazy, the market is crazy, so you never ever want to know what the price will do until you wait for that candlestick to finish. All right, so I entered immediately at this point, and my stop loss was right here at this mitigation block, right there, right there, and my take profit. Remember, guys, I entered for this trade two times, so it was just like this. It was just like this. I entered at the same point, my stop loss at the same point, but my take profit was not at the same point, guys. I was targeting I was targeting something bigger. All right, so if you check down in the lower time frame that I am in now, in the 5-minute time frame, you will see that there's a fair value gap at this point. Price must come to fuel it, all right? No matter what, price will also always come to fuel it, all right? I spotted that fair value gap out, 50% of it, like I have always said. So I placed my first take profit at that point, at that first fair value gap. My take profit was right there. And my second take profit, I went down to the 15-minute time frame. I went up, or should I say down or up? I went to the 15-minute time frame right here. I think no, sorry, yeah. This was my second take profit. My first take profit was at this point. Yeah, I remembered. My first take profit was at this first fair value gap. Yeah, this first fair value gap at this point was my first take profit, which was right here. Because I checked, I saw price has already played out. So why? So yeah, this was it, guys. My second take profit was right here. Now the first take profit is also like the second take profit, the same 50% of that fair value gap. As you can see, the same 50% of this fair value gap at this point. And the second one, the same thing. So this was it, guys. As you can see, it played out perfectly well. All right, guys, this is another trade that I took at this point. So as you can see, the market is bearish. The market was bearish and it's still bearish. By the way, the market is still bearish. So the market is bearish at this point in time. So I spotted something out. Like you see here, I already spotted it out, but I will do it again. There's a demand zone here at this point. There's a demand zone here. And also here, there's a demand zone also. And here, there's a demand zone too. So now let's go down to the lower time frame, because price was at this point particularly when I was looking at the markets, because this was the trade I took in this week that I'm analyzing or showing you guys how I did the analysis. All right, so let's go down to the lower time frame. Let me show you something. I think I should clear this out. Yeah, let me clear this out. Let me analyze a fresh chart. All right, quickly give me some time to clear this out. Yeah. All right, yeah, that's it. So at this point, look at this, guys. Price is bearish, man. Price is bearish. So price was giving us a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Now this is a change of character. This is a change of character. So I was waiting for a pullback. Now I waited for a pullback at this point, but price did not give me what I was waiting for. Because anytime I wait for a pullback, most of the times I see this choppiness, I became confused. I don't like seeing choppiness when price is supposed to go up. It's giving me this feeling that price will fail. Remember, price will do anything it wants to do. Number one, price has not indicated this demand zone that I drew on the higher time frame. Firstly, this demand zone. And secondly, price is changing character at this point. It's like confusing. And I said, okay, since price is changing character, let me see what price will do. And I waited. Price changed character, retraced, and price was giving me choppiness. Why? I'm like, why? What the fuck? Price is supposed to go to my direction. Why is it choppy? So I didn't enter for this trade because I was suspicious. I didn't enter for this trade. So after I didn't enter for that trade, I saw a break of structure also. So I was like, oh, I think this market wanted to do me some trick or something. So this was it. I saw a break of structure again to the downside, and I said, now price has mitigated my demand zone. So I will be looking for either I'm buying or I'm selling. All right, so let me see what price has for me. So I spotted something out immediately after I saw this break of structure to the downside. I knew for a fact that price will retrace, but where will price retrace to? Where will price retrace to? Number one, we have our choppiness at this point. Number two, this medicator, this fair value gap at this point. I don't know why I'm stuttering. I don't know, but I'm explaining something for you guys. I hope you're understanding. So At this point, there was this little fair value gap. I don't know if price will mitigate it. I was not too sure, but I was waiting to see what the market will do. So I waited at this point. Remember, now that price has given us this break of structure, we are no longer calculating or checking what is happening here. All right, all we will just do is that we'll just know that here is our supply zone. What price is doing here, if there's a break of structure here, if there's a choppiness, it's not my business, it's none of my business. All I knew is that there was a supply zone here that caused this break of structure to the downside. So this is my concern in the market. There's a supply zone here. That's all I know. So price has disregarded everything it has done here. So there's no business of me looking at what price is doing here, right? So I'm just knowing that here is my supply zone. So price should not retrace above the supply zone. If price retraced above it, that's another change of character to the upside. So we should be buying instead, right? But now price did not retrace above it. Price respected the supply zone right here. Let me spot it out again, just randomly. Price respected the supply zone and that choppiness. Price respected it and price was coming down. Now, this was what happened at this point. Yeah, this was what happened right here. Let me show you something, guys. I think on the 5-minute time frame. I like taking my trade on the 5-minute time frame so I can be able to like minimize my loss and maximize my profits. I want to have that tiniest stop loss. All right, so at this point, price was giving us higher high, higher low. Uptrend is facilitating the pullback, right? So it's an uptrend. So higher low, higher high at that point, higher low, and also our last higher high. So I'm spotting this point. As you can see, price did not close below each other. It was just underlined, just in a straight form. As you can see, price was so perfect in retracement. As you can see, price was just respecting itself, not closing below each other. As you can see, it was it was so perfect, guys. It was so perfect. I was waiting for that change of character, but price did not give it to me. So I say, okay, what next? Let me wait before price pierced into our supply zone that we drew on the higher time frame, and price went down, closing below this our lower high right here. So I spotted this lower high as price did not close below each other, so I spotted it out right here. So there was a change of character right here. Price pierced below with a lot of liquidity, guys. So you see this choppiness that you are seeing here, that price refuses to break below each other. You can see that if price was really serious of changing character, price would just pierce just like this, closing below. But price did not do that, did not do so. So I waited and I saw this. So I said this was perfect. All right, this was the perfect change of character that I was waiting for in the market. So I had this change of character and I was waiting for a pullback. Right here, price wanted to confuse me, guys. Price almost tricked me, but I got it. All right, I got it. At this point, I used my premium and discount right here. I always use my premium and discount, all right? Just that the point where my discount is, because if I'm selling in the market, I'm waiting for the price to retrace to my premium before I enter for that sell order or that sell position. Then if I'm buying in the market, I'm waiting for the market to pull back to my discount before I buy. So if you are spotting your demand zones and your supply zone, if you are selling, you are supposed to be spotting your supply zone for price to retrace to. That same supply zone is at the premium. Remember, if you are selling, you are spotting your supply zone for price to retrace to after that change of character before you can sell the markets. And that same supply zone, there is your order block. Don't forget, there is a order block. So you check out also if there is a fair value gap too. at that your supply zone. So all these things are located in the same place. Look at this now. I don't know if you understand. Look at this premium now, this whole premium. This is our same supply zone, number one. This is our same order block. All right. There's an order block here. I will be spotting it so you understand. There's an order block here. Now, all these things I'm listing out, supply zone, order block, premium, they are all in the same spot. All these spots are made up of the same thing. So I will look out for what the particular one or which price will retrace or react from. I don't know if you're understanding me. Price will respect one out of these three, either your order block or your premium or the supply zone. Remember, they are all in one place because we are selling in the market, so we are waiting for these things. So any one price is reacting from, then I'm good. I'll go with the market. All right. So price will not give us this engulfing candlestick at this point if it has not retraced enough. I don't know if you're understanding me. So price has done retracing. That is why we had this engulfing candlestick at this point. Remember, price pierced into our premium. So that's a good thing. Price pierced into our premium. So if price did not pierce into this premium, I will not take this trade. All right. I will take how I trade. All right. Price must pierce into my premium before I take that trade, that beautiful trade. All right. So right here, price pierced into my premium. I entered for the trade. Immediately, I saw this engulfing candlestick to the downside at this point. Immediately, I saw this engulfing candlestick. I entered for the trade right here. Right here. My stop loss was so simple, just above this order block that I drew at that point. And my take profit was right here. Remember, guys, always target that fair value gap, which I had here. Price mitigated 50% of the fair value gap before, but I'm using it again because price is about to trade down. So price will still respect it. Price will still respect it. Come on, what's wrong with me, man? Price will still respect it. All right. So this was it. I placed my take profit at this point. Yeah, right here was my take profit. So as you can see, it was a beautiful trade right here. Yeah, as you can see, a beautiful trade. So this is how you do it. As simple as this. All right, as simple as this. So guys, I think, yeah, let me show you another. I think I took another trade again. Let me show you guys. This one is the craziest among all. This one is the craziest. I'm about to blow your mind, guys. So this was what happened at this last trade that I took. At this point, price was in a downtrend, a clean downtrend right here. So I was waiting for something. Price was in a downtrend, as you can see. I was waiting for something. After I saw this break of structure to the downside, this is a break of structure. Yeah, like this. This is a break of structure to the downside. So I was waiting for a retracement, or rather, you can call it a pullback or whatever, to the upside, then a break of structure, sorry, a change of character, then I entered for the trade. So this was what happened. I zoomed in, and also, like I have always said, this is what I trade, this is how I trade that fair value gap. 50%. I don't know how you want me to say this, how you want me to tell you guys for you to understand. At least 50% is okay. 50% is okay. Right here, 50% is okay. Sorry, this 50% is okay. At least 50% of that fair value gap is the best. Price will always respect that fair value gap. Don't forget, guys, price will always respect it. So let me take this out. Let me analyze the chart again. This trade gave me the biggest shock. Like, I entered for this trade and it just played out in a few minutes. Just in a few minutes. I don't even know if some news came in or something. I just know, but price just played out in just less than few minutes. So let me show you guys what I did quickly right here. have it in your mind already that this is half percent of the fair value gap because I'm taking this out. All right, I'm taking this out. But you already know that price will always respect at least 50% of that fair value gap, which is right here. Price has traded into it. All right, price has traded into it. So let me show you what price was doing on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, on the 15-minute time frame. So this was what I saw right here at this point. There was a break of structure at this point. Sorry, a change of character rather. There's a change of character at this point. Now remember something, guys. I said something. As price is trading up to facilitate the pullback to that fair value gap I showed you guys on the higher time frame. This fair value gap right here. Price is trading up to facilitate the pullback. So we are having our our higher high, our higher low, higher high, higher low. This high is not higher than this high, so I won't consider this as a higher high. So this is our last higher high, but this one is higher than this one. So this is our last higher high now. All right, and this is our last higher low at this point. All right, so there was a change of character right here. Can you see this? Price changed character with a lot of liquidity. A lot of liquidity right here. There was a change of character at this point. So I was waiting for that pullback. A lot of people will take this trade. A lot of people will enter for this trade at this point. But I'm not like that. I'm not so stupid, guys. I always know when there's liquidity in the market because look at this. How can price be doing something like this? Give you this same low, this same low, this same high, this same high, this same high, this same high at almost the same line. Almost the same line. You should know for a fact that there's a liquidity above this point. There's a liquidity above that point. So when you are losing your money now, because price will definitely stop you out here when you entered for this trade and you are targeting the next fair value gap below, price will stop you out at this point, and I'm right here making your money. All right, because in the market you lose and the elites make the money, and we are the elites. We trade like the elites. We trade like the smart money. So when I'm trading with the smart money, I'm making your money, man. I'm making your money. So you should understand this thing. While you are applying all these concepts, please don't forget liquidity, because sometimes, and most times, not even sometimes, most times, liquidity always come true. All right. So I was saying this. I was already suspicious because firstly, price came into this point. Secondly, thirdly, even fourth time, price is here again, and it's even giving us ranging at almost the same line, ranging. You should know that there's liquidity above here. This is just smart money being ranged at this point. The smart money is just ranging this to make you guys confused and just be entering for the trade. People will be entering right here, right here, right here, right here, and they will all get stopped out. This is very simple, guys. This is very simple. And also, this is a fair value gap. Don't forget, there's a fair value gap here. So I was waiting for a pullback. Number one, a fair value gap. Number two, my premium and discounts. I never forget this. I never forget this. My premium and discounts was just right here, waiting for price to trade into my premium. So this is what you benefit if you are using this premium and discounts. Those guys that entered from this point, that's why I keep saying, if you have a trading plan, guys, if you have a trading plan, do not ever go against your trading plan. This is my trading plan. I wait for price to retrace to my premium while I'm selling. Then if I'm buying, I wait for the price to retrace to my discount. So this is my trading plan. I will never go against it. So right here, I saw this and I said, you know what, if price want to go, let price go, because price is not yet at my premium. So I won't take this trade because this is not among my trading plan. All right, I don't trade like this. So I didn't take at this point. I didn't take. So I know that there was the liquidity above here. So I was waiting peacefully, right? I was waiting right here. The liquidity happened. Guys, the liquidity happened at this point. After sweeping these guys out, I entered for the trade. Immediately, I saw this engulfing candlestick. So immediately I saw this engulfing candlestick to the downside after price has pierced into my premium. So I entered for the trade immediately. I waited for the candlestick to finish forming. Remember, I always do this. Don't forget that. So my stop loss was right above this liquidity sweep here. Then my take profit was right here, guys. Right here. Yeah, I think at this fair value gap right here, because I love targeting fair value gaps. Yeah, at this fair value gap, like I said, guys, don't forget this. Always remember, at this fair value gap, just 50% of this fair value gap right here. Let me spot it out. Right here. Yeah, I took profit at that point. Place my take profit right here. So this was it, guys. Played out perfectly well. As you can see, it was a perfect trade. So immediately I entered for this trade. Just immediately. I don't know if some news came in and something happened and whatnot. But look at this, guys. Crazy. Crazy. Price hit take profit just in few minutes. Alright. This is crazy. So yeah, this was the trade for this week. Alright, and today is Friday and it's a good day and a good week. Alright, so I had like about two losses thereabouts or three losses, but I'm not sharing my losses here because I want to show you guys how I entered for the trade that play out. All right, those losses that I had was a mistake I made, all right, which I already corrected. So these are the correction results, the result I got from my correction, and I'm showing you guys. So please, that mistake that you are doing, stop doing it. All right, stop doing it. Do these things, this analysis and everything you have seen in this video for today. Just keep repeating these things and be doing them. All right, they will make you profitable like you have seen. All right, just like you have seen. Keep using them. They are very, 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 very reliable. All right, not 100%, but at least 50% profitable. All right, your risk to reward ratio, or the way you manage your risk, is what will make you profitable in the market. All right, don't forget, you won't stop losing. So when you see a video like this, don't think that I don't lose. I do lose, but my losses are very, very small. All right, when I win big, and when I lose just small. All right, I might be losing more than I'm winning, but my losses are small. Then one win will just cover all those losses. All right, this is how you stay profitable, guys. This is how you stay profitable. You will not win every single trade you place or you take. All right, so please understand this and take note of these things. All right, so whatever you have learned from this video, anything you have jotted down from this video, please make use of them. All right, practice them, rehearse them, backtest them, front test them. All right, and they will work out for you. I believe so. They will work out for you because it is working out for me. All right, so please go and try this out and comment what you feel like about this video. Just comment what video you want me to make next, comment your questions, and also like this video for other people to see, share also, and subscribe to this channel so that you can be getting clarity video like this for you to understand how the market moves and what makes the market moves. All right, so, and happy trading day and happy trading week.